We can't say enough good things about all of the wonderful Mirinda Noni products and everything that I'm talking about here on this broadcast. I want you to know that from personal experience that everything works better when you're using the Mirinda Noni products, the Max, the AGE product. They absolutely work. And Sister Kashakia is always kind enough to join our broadcast and enlighten us more about the Mirinda Noni products. And I'm going to see if Sister Kashakia is going to talk with us again today more about Noni and some of the wonderful benefits of the AGE products, that the Max and so forth. Sister Kashakia, are you there?
I'm here. Whenever you're ready for me, just let me know. And if there's any more questions, or are you ready for me now? Or
oh, sure.
What would you like from me?
Let's not keep you waiting. Let us not keep you waiting. Because I know how busy you are. You are all she's probably on about 4 telephones at the same time. Other than that, no problem.
I'll pray to the Most High, just building the kingdom, you know. Yeah, I'll pray. Okay. I love always coming to the show for today for Discoveries in Health and just bringing different topics and learning from all of the herbs and things. So I'm always getting some knowledge every single week to write down. So as well as me multitasking, I am writing as well. So I was listening to the different ginseng roots and things like that you were talking about. So I was getting that knowledge down as well. So hello, everyone. Welcome again to our show today for Discoveries in Health. And I'm just going to take about maybe 20 minutes and kind of go over. I typically start off talking about food and AGEs. Again, my name is Kashakia. I am a member of the GOCC Dallas body in Dallas for the Gathering of Christ Church. I am also a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer in 2011, and I was supernaturally healed by the power of the Holy Spirit and by using this product that I'm going to talk about now. So since 2012, I have been cancer-free and working with many cancer people all around the globe, as well as other people that have health elements. But my passion is toward cancer people because, of course, I'm a cancer survivor. So you don't have to be a survivor or any of that to, use this product. You don't even have to have any health problems, period. You can simply just maybe want to use it just because you want the benefits of the iridoids and also to lower your EGE levels. But I'm going to kind of do something a little bit backwards. I'm going to kind of talk about what the healthcare system really doesn't want you to know about the healthcare system, and then I can kind of break down and maybe it will kind of help understand just a little bit more. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today, which is if you've got some pen and paper, you can write down 7 different things. 7 means completion in the heavenly realm, so I thought 7 things would be good. These are things that, like I said, they don't want you to know about the conventional healthcare system. So, number 1, I wrote down the traditional healthcare system, it needs you to be sick. So, we all believe that the healthcare system exists to make us healthy, but actually it's the complete opposite. So, when we're talking to you about natural remedies, healthy foods with nutrients and all of the wonderful herbs Dr. Truman has talked about, we're kind of on the flip side from the healthcare system. So we come from a different direction. So like I said, most people believe that the healthcare system exists to make us healthy, and it doesn't. So generally speaking, when we get sick, we go to our doctor, he gives us medicine, and hopefully, in parentheses, we get better. But it isn't preventing the disease, and it's not really doing anything as far as treating the existing disease. So in this case, then I ask people, why does the healthcare system focus on so little time and energy on prevention? You're always listening to them talk about prevention, but they're always telling you to eat more fruits and vegetables. So that's kind of the hint, hint, clue, clue. Fruits and vegetables, come from herbs. They come from fruits, things of that nature. They don't come from these prescription conventional medications that they're giving us. So although we have mounting evidence that points to, the positive effects of a proper diet, regular exercise, maintaining a healthy lifestyle habit, and the benefits of taking nutritional supplements, because that's basically what these recommendations are when we're giving you one, or Dr. Truman is giving you a herb. It's a nutritional supplement to, supplement in with what you're already doing to get you to a point in place where you can get off of all prescription medications and return back to having a quality way of life and have your health restored to optimal level health. So taking nutritional supplements to prevent illness and promote long life. The focus of traditional medicine, it remains on treating existing diseases with overpriced drugs and medical procedures, and ultimately the current healthcare system in all its forms, from hospitals and doctors' offices to drug companies and pharmacies, it operates as a business, and as such, it needs to make money. It can't make money if everyone is healthy, so to survive, it needs you to be sick. So our drug and surgery based system, it waits until you are sick to treat you. So prevention, on the other hand, is often just totally ignored. So again, understanding that being sick is a business. So if anyone has read scriptures, I'm not going to go into that, but we know that Christ came to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases. So what's going on, that the very thing he came to heal, it's flying rampant all over the earth. So as we're listening to the show, I hope someone is walking away with really taking good notes on what Dr. Truman is sharing about these herbs, what I'm sharing about the AGE, so you can get to a point and place where you are healed by the power of the Word of God, as well as the food plants that he's put here in the earth that come secondary, because it is the Word that heals, and then the food and the plants simply put the nutrients and the nutrition into the body that it needs for the body to heal and repair itself naturally. Secondly, the current health system treats symptoms, not causes. Our traditional healthcare system, they focus way too much on treating symptoms of the disease instead of the causes or cures. Suppressing symptoms is hardly the best choice for long-term health and longevity, but it is often the most immediate temporary fix. And so this is why they just simply keep kind of giving you some things, and they say come back in 30 days or come back in 90 days, because they know that you're not going to be well. You're going to still need a refill. If anything, sometimes people are actually even worse by this time. So moreover, it means that the patient will stay to continually paying, to be a paying customer indefinitely, and this is part of their payment system plan. So, for instance, pain is the most common symptom of arthritis. So most prescribed and the over-counter medications, these are things that are just not good, and it's not really treating the root of arthritis or anything else that's going on, because when you look at these patients, they've been on these same medications for 30, 40 years now, and yet arthritis is still in existence. So something's wrong with that picture. So remember, number two, the current healthcare system, it treats the symptoms, not causes. Number three, which is the four leading diseases that are largely preventable. And the big four that I talk about is heart disease, cancer, and strokes and diabetes account for about 83% of all deaths. Heart disease is the number one killer of both men and women, and cancer afflicts, 1 in every 4. Strokes kill more than about 150,000 people annually in the United States alone, and close to about 7% of the population is affected by type 2 diabetes. The big four are also largely lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle diseases refer to diseases that are likely to develop as a result of lifestyle factors within our control. So, like, for example, such as our diet and exercise habits, stress levels, free radical exposure, rather than simply, eating good things as a result of genetics or chance. So just to really kind of understand, these are four leading diseases that are highly preventable. And being a cancer survivor, I named one of these four in here, and I was a cancer survivor. And what did I do different? I did a lot of praying, and I did a lot of saturating my body with this Tahitian noni juice, and it gave my body what it needed to put my body into remission. And now I stand here today as a living witness to testify that I am a survivor, and that means everything in the world to me, because some of my friends and family members, they have passed on. I've had uncles, it runs like wildfire in my family, especially on my father's side, so they were not as fortunate enough to still be here today, but praise the Most High I am. Number 4, antibiotics are becoming rapidly irrelevant. The Center for Disease Control, the CDC, it estimates that more than 20 million unnecessary prescriptions for antibiotics are handed out each year, and which has contributed to the gradual ineffectiveness of antibiotics therapy and the rise in drug-resistant bacterial strains. That is just crazy. It says, in fact, today more than 95% of staph bacteria are restraint to penicillin, and I know a lot of people are on penicillin and antibiotics, and I mean, it's almost like sugar. I talk a lot about sugar, and I'll do that on another show, but sugar is an enemy to the body. And these antibiotics, they're rampant, almost like sugar. I'm like, gosh, if you don't have sugar, excessive sugar, you've got excessive antibiotics in your body running rampant. And these is just not good because, again, it's just patching up symptoms. It's not really treating the root problem of anything. You know, it might get rid of, say, for example, a urinary tract infection. They give you some antibiotic, 7 to 10 days, you're feeling well. And then a month later, this same urinary tract, it's right back. So now you've got to go back to the doctor and get you another antibiotic. And it just keeps being a residual domino effect. And nothing is really being repaired from the inside out. So again, it is just, in short, it's a misuse and overuse to have antibiotics ineffective, you know, the way they are on the markets today. Number 5, prescription drugs. They can be deadly. Drug companies seem to have taken, you know, center stage in much of the modern medicine, that it can seem like our doctors are mere drug pushers. You know, I tell people I look at them just like I look at someone standing on a corner selling crack, because there's no way I could be the kind of doctor that I am. You know, a lot of times people ask me, am I a physician? I tell them I absolutely am a physician. I've never been to Harvard, anything like that, but I am a physician for the Most High. He's gifted me with His Holy Spirit to understand about this one herb that I promote the most, which is the Tahitian noni juice. And if you look up the word physician and it's not in the Bible dictionary, it tells you that it is someone that practices and masters and understands the art of healing. You know, so this is what I do when it comes to understanding about this noni juice. So I tell doctors all the time when I go with my mother, they say, oh, are you a physician? I say, I absolutely am. They say, oh, where'd you go? I went to the Kingdom of Heaven. I got my diploma from the School of the Holy Spirit, you know. And they just kind of look at me and laugh. But, you know, I'm not ashamed to tell them that. I let them know right off the bat, hey, we're on two different sides of the fence, you know, because I use nutritional supplements. You use pharmaceutical medication. So they understand. They don't, you know, deny it. They just, you know, they really laugh at me and they appreciate, you know, the fact that I got a little bit of common sense and a whole lot of knowledge. So they understand. But nonetheless, these prescription drugs, they are just simply deadly. What harm, you know, there is in this. Drugs should be, you know, the last resort, not a first one. Not only do they come, you know, with a host of side effects, but they're also documented about 2.2 million cases of adverse reactions related to prescription drugs each year. That is just insanitary, just to know that, you know, decisions about which drugs to take and for what reason are largely left up to the companies selling them rather than the trained medical professionals. So a lot of times that's why they'll tell you, talk to your pharmacist, because as soon as the doctor gives you a prescription, you have a couple of questions. They've told you when you take this to the pharmacy, make sure you ask your pharmacy that question. They've had very little training in nutrition. Out of all the 18 years they've been in school, about 3 or 4 weeks of that was in nutrition. The rest of it was in all the pharmaceutical industries and all of that, learning how to write long 22 alphabet words and all that kind of stuff, but zero knowledge when it comes to nutrition. So prescription drugs can be very, very deadly. Number 6, hospitals, they may be hazardous to your health. Unnecessary medical procedures performed annually in the U.S., they total about 7.5 million. Unnecessary hospitalizations rack up to about 8.9 million each year. My gosh, that's insanity. Hospitals are also the site for some of the deadliest drug-resistant bacteria in existence today. So close to about 2 million hospitalized patients fall victim to what's called HAIs, which is hospitalized acquired infections. There are annually and nearly about 100,000 hospital deaths that occur each year due to these HAIs. And this number is more than deaths from AIDS, breast cancer, and auto accidents combined. So hospitals contain a lot of deadly viruses. That's one reason they keep it very cold in these facilities because that's how they think they're killing off germs and things like that. But sometimes you're just maybe in there visiting someone sick and you're not even sick, and before you can get in your car and get back home, you're coughing, you're barking, you're sneezing, you're aching, something in the atmosphere, in the air that you probably picked up from just visiting a friend or a loved one in the hospital. Now you've left home, and before you know it, you're roommates now. You guys are in the same room together. So be aware that hospitals may be hazardous to your health, because we breathe in a lot of things that we can't see and take in. And last, number 7, conventional medicine is a leading cause of death in the United States. It's documented statistics on deaths due by conventional medical therapies. They estimate nearly a whopping, shocking 784,000 deaths per year in the United States alone. So that means we've all got family members and loved ones that someone probably died of the conventional medicine more than they did the disease or the sickness itself. So compare this to the deaths due to heart disease, under about 700,000, and cancer, about 550,000 per year. This includes mortality due to adverse drug reactions, infections, medical error, and surgical complications and unnecessary procedures. It's like, wow. Every time you turn around, they want to operate. They want to take something out as if that's the only way. They never resolve to nutritional supplements to be able to allow the body time to heal and repair itself on its own. So I tell people, incorporating dietary supplements into your health regimen, it can go a long way in helping you prevent disease and supply your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain a high level of health. So those are the 7 conventional things that your healthcare system, they do not want you to know about the healthcare system. And that leads me to talking about, I heard a young lady on there sharing her testimony about the hot flashes. So she's probably brought this product or using it called the Max, or most people know us from Tahitian Noni. So there's something out now that is striking the medical community called AGEs, which is an acronym, AGE, which means Advanced Glycation End Products. And they are foods and beverages that are basically inside of your body, combined from the sugar and the protein, and they are binding to the tissues and to the organs, and they are causing the body on the inside to accelerate and age prematurely and very fast. So your body, it doesn't know, how old you are. Your skin, your joints, your muscles, and the bones, I tell people they don't have a clue about your birthday that you had last week. So AGE, they destroy everything in their past. They latch onto and damage our body's healthy cells, the organs and systems, and basically they rust and eats away like an old car. So if you've ever seen an old car that was once spanking brand new and then you allow it to sit up for some years later and now it's just in the backyard, it's an old rusty dirt bug, and it's just rusted away. That's how the AGEs do in the inside of the body when there's excessive sugar and excessive protein, and there's literally sugar in everything that you're buying. I mean, there's literally nothing off of the shelf of the store that you're not purchasing, taking home, that does not have some type of sugar. Even ground meat and turkey. I'm like, what in the world are they doing putting sugar in our meat? So when you're getting excessive protein and excessive sugar, this is accumulating what's called AGEs. And so there is a product that we have called Tahitian Noni Juice, or Max. This product is scientifically validated in a medical PDR, which is a physician's desk reference book. It is in the nutraceutical book because there are 2 types of medical PDRs, the nutraceutical and the pharmaceutical. So you will find this product documented in all of your current medical PDR physician's book, and it gives you the description. And this product is well over 2,000 years old and been used by the native islanders of the South Pacific region of the world. So this is where this plant is grown. And this plant has something that's very rare in other food plants. You have food plants and you have food medicinal plants. And this is a food medicinal plant because it operates as a medicine, but only in the form of a food and being made, naturally from the earth the way God would intend it for us to, restore our health. So it has a bioactive compound in it called iridase, which is spelled IRIOIDS, iridoids. You can Google that in your own time to find out more about it, but it operates as an adaptogenic and it works on a biological frequency. So whatever is going on with the inside of your body, it regenerates new and healthy cells. It takes about 120 days to rebuild up new red blood count cells. So I tell people, if you use this product, you want to use this product for effectively at least 90 days. The company, they do offer a 90-day money-back guarantee from Morinda Bioactive, which is the company that this product comes from. But Dr. Truman also has this product at his site available where you can get this product. And a lot of, just to name some of the benefits that it helps with, is, it's antibacterial. It helps with allergies. It's superior in antioxidants, which is very, very important for removing free radicals from the body. The autoimmune system, and everybody needs a healthy immune system, because if the immune system is strong, it will fight off diseases and infections, much better, where the body can repair itself. If it's weak, and by it being cold and flu season, a lot of people are concerned about, the immune system. So it also supports a healthy immune system, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, inflammation, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, varicose veins, sleep, and that's just to name a few, because what it does is it goes into the bloodstream and removes all the toxins, and it begins to repair the body as the iridoids and the nutrients. There is over 150 nutrients per every 1 ounce. This is a liquid beverage that you drink. And so we have different milligrams of these iridoids, so you can choose the different beverages that, you feel like that you want for whatever you're using it for, as a preventative or as a maintenance. I typically do consultations all around the clock. A website you can learn more about AGEs. It's only 3 minutes. You can see a actual picture of a machine that we have there that actually scans people. It's called the True Age Scanner. It takes about 20 seconds. So if you've ever been to Walgreens or anywhere and got your blood pressure checked, it's similar to something like that. So we do actually have our own True Age machine. So if you're interested in getting scanned, so you can kind of know where you are, because that's a medical marker that you need to know, just like knowing your BMI or your high blood pressure levels or your cholesterol levels. You need to know what is your AGE levels. And so the max is proven scientifically to reduce AGEs out of the body by 24% in as little as 4 weeks. So that's like taking 24 years off of your life. And so to name the ingredients that come in the max is the noni and the olive, blueberry, cranberry, and the cannoli and cherry. These are 5 berries all combined in one at 120 milligram dosage per serving, that you simply only need 2 ounces a day. And as you're taking it, you're going to begin to feel your energy level improve. And as you're using the herbs that you're using as well, that Dr. Truman is giving you, it's just going to enhance and make those herbs even work even more better because of the iridoids that are found inside of this plant. So next week, I'm probably going to talk about heart disease, because that is another thing that is on the rise I talked about. So I'm going to get some information on AGEs and how that's affecting our hearts, because we need to be keeping our hearts very strong. We have another product I'll bring out next week called Ishinoni Encore, which has another berry called black currant. And Dr. Truman can probably kind of elaborate on black currant and the benefits of the cardiovascular that it gives with that combined with the noni. And so that's very good for people that have maybe high blood pressure, but the max, either one will target them. So with that being said, I hope everyone got some good information. My contact information is 469-443-2124. My email address is kshaw, SHAW, 0026 @gmail.com. And the 3-minute site to learn more about AGEs is www.truage.com. I know we typically spell true, TRUE, but in this case, it's truage.com. And when you go to that site, there's a 3-minute video there. And if you'll put in the number, Dr. Truman, do you know Crystal's number offhand, her IPC number?
The telephone number that they would want to call would be the folks.
No, not telephone number. Do you know Crystal's IPC number? Because when they go to the trueage.com site, they can put Crystal's IPC number in, and it will enter them into a drawing for a dream vacation. So it's just a way for thanking them for welcoming them to the site. So it'll enter Crystal into the drawing, and if they pull the person's name that went to the site, Crystal also wins the all expense paid by the company to wherever the dream vacation is that's listed at the site. That's why I didn't know if you had her IPC number.
No, I do not, but I will make sure and get it.
Okay,
next time I will
get
know
out this number, and then next week we'll get Crystal's number. So you can put this number in for the listeners, 371-5782, because it's going to ask you who refers you to this site on the AGE site. So if anyone has any questions or they're interested in getting scanned, they can call me. If you're interested in ordering this product I'm talking about, Dr. Truman, if you can give out that phone number again and the site that they can be able to go to. And with that, that's all I have to say for today. If anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. With that being said, I'll turn everything back over to you, Dr. Truman. Thank you.
And thank you. Always so much wonderful information. And that's Sister Kashakia, one of my favorite persons with so much information always. And again, the telephone number to call to order any of the products that we're talking about, she is at 541-791-8400. 541-791-8400, and she can make sure that you get all of the information and any of the products, the Noni products, the Better Health Herbs products. Just call Brittany at 541-791-8400.